Well, the first thing up is that the hope with Trump, the Trump administration, and the people who got elected into the Senate, people who got elected into the House of Representatives, the hope was, hey, let's muzzle the ATF. Let's make sure that we muzzle the ATF because they're so abusive. And I've seen it firsthand. They really, truly are a predatory agency. I've said it over and over again. The ATF, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms federal agency, are absolutely a predatory agency. They're horrible. They're absolutely horrible. So the idea that they were going to get muzzled, that someone was going to control them or take them and point them in the right direction and say, here, go after bad guys and stop, going after gun owners. That was great. I thought, wow, it can't get any better than that. Well, I think it's going to get better than that. There's an actual bill, and real people in power are having real conversations about completely getting rid of the ATF. It's going to potentially could go completely bye-bye. Not just muzzled, but there's an actual bill being introduced in Congress to completely eliminate the ATF.
What do you think the odds are, though, this being successful?
Well, good question. I think that there's no reason it can't be successful.
Okay.
So in other words, the majority of the people that are elected in the House of Representatives and the majority of the people who are elected in the Senate were elected to sign off on bills like this. Mm-hmm. President Trump was elected to sign off on a law like this, deleting the ATF.
Okay.
So it should go through. All the promises, everything that they've said, it should get, this isn't, a lot of times they put up these bills and they say, hey, we dare our opponents to vote against this thing. And then they use it against them.
Right.
But this could actually really happen. This potentially could actually happen. The idea would be a complete clean sweep. ATF gone. The responsibilities they have would move on to other federal agencies, which, by the way, that's why this is great, but don't fool yourself. All the laws that the ATF enforces are still on the books.
Right.
There are still federal agents out there. There's still law enforcement out there. But this still is what it'll prevent is the ATF from abusing the laws that are out there, from focusing and from having so little to do, when it comes to what they should be doing, that they start turning on voters like you and me.
Alcohol and tobacco, there's not a whole lot, I imagine, not a whole lot there left to do. They're just getting bored and they're going heavy on the firearms.
Yeah, well, they can't go stop drug cartels. Right?
Right.
I mean, they can't go into Mexico and stop drug cartels.
Right.
That's hard and dangerous, but they can sure go after you for buying an off-list, Gen 5 Glock. You're not dangerous. You know what I mean? So the absolute scumbags that work in the ATF. The other thing is, these scumbags that work in the ATF, these are people making decisions. It's not like they're robots out. These are your neighbors who work at ATF. So they're going to go get a job somewhere else. The people that are distorting and abusing the laws, they're going to go get a job somewhere else, potentially with some other federal agency. So this is still a very good first step, and I want to see the ATF go completely bye-bye. A year ago, had someone said, hey, I think we're going to be a law, we're going to get rid of the ATF, and Congress should vote on it, I would laugh at them. I would say that's not going to happen. But it looks like there's a good potential it's going to happen.
All right.
What a great Christmas this is starting to be.